What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is well. I'm back to doing my morning vlogs. I know y'all can't see me very well, but y'all know the routine. So I am going to be driving into work this morning. And oddly enough, this is going to be my first drive in on a Monday morning without the Tom Joyner morning show. So it is going to be very interesting. I can't believe he's gone, but hey, what can I say? Time to move on to bigger and better things. So I'm leaving. I have a nice little drive ahead of me. That's the norm now. There are gonna be quite a few videos coming out that's gonna have some updates and additional information and letting you all know. Y'all excuse the red color, I'm behind a bus. Additional information about what's been going on with me, the changes in my life. So just stay tuned for those videos. One or two of them may have already come up. I do know I wanted to do a where have I been. I wanted to do a video about, you know, where we're staying and different things like that. So just trying to get back in the groove. So glad that things went exceptional for 2019. And I am very excited about getting started with my 2020. It's just, I anticipate that this is going to be a phenomenal year. So I think that, you know, from a positive perspective, we really should go into each year thinking that. Turned on the light so y'all can see me a little bit better. I know I'm a little shiny and there aren't any lights on this street. I can see fine, but where we live, the majority of the area is still under construction, so there aren't any, you know, street lights and stuff. And I will say it's kind of weird to be staying out this in this type of area because y'all excuse me, first thing in the morning, my voice is a little raspy and I got a little sinus drainage going on. So, but yeah, staying in this kind of area is so new to me. And we're still trying to figure out exactly what all is around us. But anywho, gonna be driving in this morning. Just wanted to check in with you all. More than likely, I'll come back at you by the time I make it to work. So I'm going to listen to the radio. They're doing the Tom Joyner Right Back At You, which basically is like pre-recorded past shows and stuff. And from what I understand, they're going to be doing that for the rest of the year. And then Ricky Smiley is actually going to be taking over his spot. So I don't mind Ricky. I'm not a huge fan of Ricky Smiley. His comedy is just kind of weird to me. It's almost like a Martin Lawrence. I mean, not a Martin. Yeah, Martin Lawrence meets, I don't know, kind of a, ooh, these people are crazy. Martin Lawrence meets kind of, I wouldn't say Howdy Doody. It's just kind of a weird comedy for me. So anyway, let me turn this light off and go ahead and pay attention to the road because this truck just came up behind me so fast and passed me up. So I'll see y'all in a bit. had to come back on here. You know, the truck that passed me as soon as I turned out onto one of the main roads, I've been sitting up here watching him. I mean, he's been hauling butt. And he passed another car that was in front of me, because eventually I caught up to that car. And I'm driving, you know, about 5 miles over the speed limit. And he came around me all abruptly, recklessly and everything, and he did the same thing to the car that was in front of me. So we get up to the next main highway to turn, and we're in the turning lane, and I just happened to be behind this truck, and I'm like, oh, that's a wrecker truck. This fool is driving so crazy, it does not even make any sense. So the light turns green for we make the turn, we get on the highway, or the main highway or whatever, and as we are turning, after we turn, there's kind of a little merge or whatever, because there's an overpass, and this truck is about to tear up the back end of the vehicle in front of them, because we come to a red light, the minute the light turns green and the cars start to pull off, this truck is so close to the vehicle in front of it, trying to go around them. He almost hit the car next to them, because I guess they weren't going fast enough for him to get out from behind, the vehicle that's in front of it and go around. And so by the time he gets over in the left lane to go around the vehicle that's in front of him, he's almost hit 3 cars. And I'm just like, seriously, where is it that you are going, that you are driving so crazy? And because at first I thought, this was, just a regular pickup, regular pickup truck. But this is a tow truck. And I'm like, this fool is just, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. You're gonna, tear up your stuff, they stuff, potentially, hurt yourself, somebody else. And I'm just like, oh my God. Y'all have heard me in my previous videos. Driving in this city is a huge concern of mine, because I know I'm vlogging and driving, but OMG, I'm paying attention to the road. I'm looking at everything around me, because even, when I'm not on camera, which is most of the time, you have to be cognizant of, your surroundings, so that, because you have to drive for yourself and everybody else. And that's what I used to always tell my kids, before they actually got their license. And I'm like, y'all may not understand that right now, but as you get older and start to, move around and do things in your life, you even walking, you have to pay very close attention to what's going on, especially when you got moving vehicles. Because I never forget, one time, when they first moved our office to where it is now, we heard so many stories about people getting hit just crossing over from the parking garage to one of the main buildings. Because in the main building, it's like because we have a cafe in the building where we are, but it's relatively small. But just, crossing the street to go over to the main cafe, oh, look at this fool, to get something to eat, is a crapshoot. So you basically, and I know that's with a lot of things, taking your life into your own hands. But to the degree that, you're a pedestrian and getting struck by a vehicle because they're going way over the speed limit, driving on and this is not a main street that, we have to cross over. This is like a back street. And it actually leads into, at some point, pretty quickly, it leads into a subdivision. So it's like, and I know within that subdivision, and I'm sure they probably seen, like, after we moved over there, they saw the traffic increase or whatever. But they, you see signs that throughout the subdivision, it says, drive like your child lives here. And I'm like, oh, I understand that, because people come flying through there. And, you know, these poor people, this is their place of residence. This is where they live. So these poor people have had to install these huge speed bumps to try to, you know, deter people from flying through their neighborhood. And sometimes it don't even matter, because I've seen people about tear up their vehicles driving over these speed bumps, you know, because you just reckless. Just reckless. Oh my goodness. You know, and the funny excuse me, the funny thing is, it shouldn't surprise me. It shouldn't surprise me. But ironically, every single time something happens, it does. It does. I'm just like in awe, like, OMG, you know, really? Are we still doing this? Good gracious alive. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I just have to chime back in and say that, because, you know, these people, oh my God, I just, you know, I feel so bad for people who just get their license, or those who really don't drive all that much, because you got people on this, what the heck? You got people on this highway that just don't give it a darn. They just, man, they don't care. So, anyway. Okay, everybody, I made it here in one piece. Oh, gotta love it, gotta love it, gotta love our city, right? Oh, I'm gonna get in here and try to make my day the best that I can make it. And per the usual, I will see you all when I get off work. I think that since I'm going back to doing the vlogs, or I should say like the commute videos or whatever, I don't know, I'll give it a name later. I'll combine, because sometimes what I was doing is I was doing it only in the morning, and then sometimes I was doing it in the afternoon. But I think that I'm going to do it on the ride in, just kind of just say good morning and things like that. And then I'll do like another, capture another time span when I get off. And then just combine that and kind of make that like my little drive in and drive home type of thing. I do know that quite often after work, because of where I live now, I have to run, you know, if I have errands, I have to try to hit some things before I get home, because there's not really a lot out by where we are. So anyway, I've made it in, and yes, we're going to talk about this hair and everything else is going on. So I just wanted to chime back in and just say good morning to you all and let y'all know that I was thinking of you. Thank you for sticking in there with me, Green Team, and this is going to be a fabulous 2020. I'm so excited. I can't wait to share, you know, my journey with you, and you know, we're going to get through this thing together, get back and forth to and from work in one piece, despite our fellow drivers at any rate. All right, so if anything else comes up interesting before I get off work, I will chime back in and let you know what that is. But in the meantime, I will see you later. Peace. Okay, what's up, everybody? I am back. The light is much better, and my work day is finished, and I am headed home. So I made a couple stops. I'm already off work, but made a couple stops to grab a few things on this side of town before I actually got on the highway. Today turned out to be a really nice day. I stayed at work for a few hours before our entire department shut down, and my fabulous boss took all of us over to Dave & Buster's. So we had a good time. I know I probably look a little tired right now because I am. Hello. But they made sure that we were fed, and she gave us all game cards to play games while we were there. And your girl was cutting up, I must say. Yes, she was cutting up. One of the first games I got on was this game. It's a Hot Wheels game, and you actually drive. They give you a choice of 3 different tracks for you to drive on, and you got to pick your car and all that kind of stuff. And y'all excuse me because I'm looking, because this person, once again, we dealing with these bad drivers. He gonna rush the light, so he didn't miss the light, but then he wound up in the middle of the street and I needed to turn, so he was like in my way. Anyway, yeah, so the first game that I got on was a Hot Wheels game. And baby, I think I played that game 3 times and I was screaming to the top of my lungs. I was holding on to the steering wheel for dear life, because this game, OMG, this game. Oh my gosh, my heart was racing after I got off of that game, but I had so much fun. Oh my goodness, I hadn't been to Dave & Buster's in a really long time. I think the last time we went there, my kids were, pretty young, and we took them and had a blast. But yeah, that was really nice of her. But as I said before, I have the greatest boss in the world. So yes, I'm a little biased, and that's the way it is, and that's how it's gonna be. So I did find out that because of the time I leave, I didn't have to come back to work, but my one of the young ladies on my team told me that one of the other young ladies on our team told her, yeah, he say, she say, and I wound up at work and didn't have to be, that we had to come back. As it turns out, I could have just left for the day because, how late we wound up staying there. But nevertheless, that's all fine and good. I went ahead and grabbed my package from the UPS store and went over and picked up one of my prescriptions, and then I stopped by. I made one more stop, and then now I'm on the freeway. So it is almost 4:30, and I am making my way home. So just like I said before, y'all just keep your eye out for the videos and stuff that are coming. Please, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please click the subscription button to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on that notification bell so that when I post the video, you don't miss the video. Also share, please share, like, comment, and subscribe, as I stated before. But yeah, the more activity that my channel sees, the more it will grow. And so that's kind of what we're shooting for here. And I will tell you, initially I did want my channel to grow. It's never that I didn't want it to grow, but I wasn't 100% sure of the direction I wanted to go with the content. And there were quite a few questions I had about, making sure that I understood the analytics and all that sort of thing. Because when I first started filming, I just kind of jumped into this thing. I really didn't understand everything about YouTube and how it worked. And so one of the neat things about also being a person who watches YouTube videos is that you could potentially subscribe to a channel where your YouTuber is sharing information with you regarding YouTube itself, how it works, what they look for, what you need to be monetized, to become monetized, and all that sort of thing. And so I have learned quite a bit, in the time period that I've been off of YouTube, and I've still been there, but I've been, faithfully watching the channels that I'm subscribed to and things like that, but haven't been posting. I took a hiatus for a lot of different reasons. Towards the end of 2018, and this definitely will be a video that will come out. I just had a lot going on at that time. There were some decisions that I had to make, and because of that, there were a lot of moving parts and a lot of things that were going on. I could not be on social media as much as I was because I just had to focus on those things at that time. And then with the turn of 2019, it was just, when I tell you 2019 hit the ground running, I am not kidding you. It was just a lot of things that were going on. So anyway, I am back, and I am looking to, and I know for some reason I keep saying I don't know what that's all about, but I am going to you know, the channel would, you'll definitely see some of the content that I was already creating, but you're going to see like a few other things, and then there are some things that you won't see anymore. I like the vlogging. I don't know why, but that just, you know, I know some YouTubers is like, oh God, I hate vlogging because I can't stand the idea of editing those videos, because it just seems so, that seems like such an involved and lengthy process. Excuse me. I don't mind the editing because I think there's a certain look and feel that I'm going for, but I want to make sure that I'm uploading things, not just things that I want, but also things that you all enjoy. And so what I have noticed when I was looking at my analytics is that the videos that did extremely well are all the cooking videos. And so I'm like, oh man, because that means that I need to, you know, I actually have a subscriber base that looks for those videos. I will say I don't know specifically if it's the cooking videos or if it's because the cooking videos involve the Beyond Burger, and at that time the Beyond Burger was extremely popular. Not a lot of people understood how, you know, I guess they were trying to get a feel for whether they wanted to try it or not. And the other twist that I added to that was I didn't just use the Beyond Burger patties to make hamburgers, because even the Beyond Burger channel, that's all they were doing. They were just giving you different versions or variations of hamburgers. And I'm like, okay, nobody thought to just crumble the burgers up. Well, see, now they have the Beyond Burger actual like ground beef. Before they didn't have that. And so I would take the Beyond Burger patties and make different stuff like shepherd's pie and spaghetti and different, you know, just different things like that. And I actually got a like on one of my Beyond Burger videos by the Beyond Burger, the Beyond Meat Company. And then all of a sudden you started seeing the Beyond Burger channel, the YouTube channel, putting up videos showing that you can use the Beyond Burger patties for something other than the Beyond hamburgers. So now they have out the Incredible Burger and the Incredible, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Incredible Meat Company, or I don't know what the name of it is, but they have the actual grounds like Beyond. And then there's also Light Life, and Light Life has a whole line of products that I'm starting to discover that I really like. I will tell you, ever since I tried the Light Life, I prefer that better than the Beyond Meat Burger, whatever. It doesn't matter whether you get the sausage or any of that, because the Beyond Meat Company created their product with a very, very distinctive, and it is extremely strong flavor and taste of something that's not always appetizing, depending on what you mix, like the seasonings and stuff that you mix it with. What I love about the Light Life products is that it doesn't taste like anything. It literally tastes like whatever you season it with or whatever you pair it with, it takes on that flavor, kind of like water. Water doesn't taste like anything, but if you put flavoring in the water, then it takes on the flavor of that water. And so that's what I like about the Light Life. And so I like the grounds better than anything, because, you know, that's just my preference. I have not made the Light Life I have purchased the burger patties, but I haven't used them to make hamburgers. I purchased them because I couldn't find the grounds, and that was the closest thing I was going to get to them. I will tell you, the Light Life sausage, no matter what flavor you get, I don't really care for them, because they have a casing on their sausage, and it does something kind of weird. I don't know. It reminds me of like cellophane. So say for example, you know how cellophane, like if you use cellophane to wrap a basket or whatever, and you take a blow dryer or one of those heat shrink wrap machines, and you put it to the cellophane, it draws in and it takes on the shape of whatever you're wrapping. Well, when cellophane is heated, it has like a strange texture that happens to it. It gets really, really firm. Even though cellophane is you know, kind of firm anyway, but when it's heated, it's firm, but it's no longer pliable to, you know, it's like in the shape of whatever you shrink wrapped it to. So that's kind of what I think about the casing for the Nightlife sausage. Is not that it's hard like cellophane, but it just, that's what it reminded me of. It gets really, really crispy, and it just, the texture changes kind of in a weird way for me, and it's a no. I'm sorry. It just, I can't do it. Now, what's inside the casing doesn't bother me, but it's the whole experience of that, you know, what happens with the casing and everything. So anyway, without making this too long, I just wanted to chime back in on my way home and just kind of chit chat with you all for a while, and you know, just kind of let y'all know how my day went and everything. So I am going to go ahead and sign out. I don't think that there's a reason for me to come back anymore this today, but like I said before, you know, just keep your make sure your post notification bell is pressed, that so that you get the notifications and everything when I'm posting a video. But anyway, so as always, love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, y'all take care. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and press that notification bell, and we'll check you out at another time. Take care.